we have with us a very young, dynamic, and creativeful person, Mr. Vishal Zinzuwadia. He is the chairman and managing director of Express Life Sciences, Ahmedabad. His discipline is how to achieve this vision and consistency in doing what needs to be done achieved. Having this kind of mindset, Express Life Sciences was started by Mr. Vishal Zinzuwadia after completing his studies from Northwood University in United States of America. His entire family is involved in the very rich gold and diamond jewelry business since last 50 years. However, when Mr. Zinzuwadia came from the United States and he decided to start entrepreneurial journey to doing something on his own, Mr. Zinzuwadia became a first-generation entrepreneur in pharmaceutical industry by establishing Express Life Sciences at Ahmedabad. Now I request Mr. Zinzuwadia and request to Anshu. Please start the questions from Mr. Zinzuwadia.
Vishalji, very welcome on this show. Being an owner of a very famous pharma company as Pyrus Life Sciences, what will be the change in marketing and promotion activities of pharmaceutical industry?
Yes, Namaskar, good evening all. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Vikram and Ms. Anshu and a team of Operant Pharmacy Federation for this invite. It is my great pleasure to be here with such experienced team of pharmaceutical professionals to share my thoughts on such an important and a wonderful topic of global pharmaceutical industry way forward to fight COVID-19 pandemic. Ms. Anshu has asked a very wonderful questions regarding the marketing and promotional activities and what challenges there are going to be there. To understand the way forward, it is very important for us to understand what challenges the global pharma industry and the Indian pharma industry will face during and post COVID-19 pandemic. We as industry professionals and entrepreneurs have to overcome these challenges, and by adapting various changes in the different areas necessary, we can do that. And the faster we identify them, we can adapt to the faster we can adapt to the changes, it will be good for the industry and the overall growth of the Indian pharmaceutical industry. One of the very important areas for the industry is marketing and promotional activities. It helps them to promote the brand and the product amongst the healthcare professionals, that is clinicians and doctors. The field representatives, the managers who are there in the market, the sales team, they have to regularly visit the clinicians to promote our brand. And a lot of visits are there as a reminder for the clinicians. Now, this regular visit has overall helped, played a major role in the success of any brand in the industry. Now, post COVID-19 pandemic, this practice cannot be executed freely, and the sales team cannot visit doctors on a regular basis. Their sales team are facing so many challenges. Now, all healthcare professionals and clinicians are taking extra precautions for any visitors in their clinic, so they do not encourage the representatives visiting them for promotion for obviously safety reasons for everyone, for doctors, their staff, the patients, and as well as for the representative. But even in this time, it is important for us as an industry and for the sales team to interact with them and engage with them at a regular interval to promote our brand. So now the industry have to come up with new ways where we can visit them as per the safety standards and interact with the healthcare professionals and clinicians to promote our brand. There are many ways to do that, and we have to first of all make full use of the technology and interact with them virtually and engage with them. We maybe have to develop an application as a company to interact with them, develop a small video as a reminder to promote the brand or to launch any product. Then we can develop maybe e-cards where which we can send them through WhatsApp with their permission, and various other things we can do through social media activities and promotional activities. But after all this, we have to maintain the social distancing. To launch any product, before we used to do the CMEs and the get together of doctors and launch our product and promote them. But now it is not possible. So we have to identify ways to develop and organize these kind of webinars where we can launch the products, launch our products and brands to the doctors and make them familiar with with its indication and usages. Thank you. These are the changes that I think that needs to be brought out in the marketing and promoting activities in the industry.
Thank you, Mr. Vishal. What will be the impact of demand and supply gap and logistic challenges during lockdown and post lockdown?
Yes, definitely. There has been so many problems in the supply and demand gap. I feel there are many factors that are affecting the supply of the pharmaceutical products in the industry, in Indian as well as global industry. Now, the companies that are manufacturing the formulations, they are not currently able to utilize their 100% capacities due to many factors. Many factors are affecting the manufacturing processes. Some of them being the first one being the prices of raw material. When the prices of raw material have increased in the last 6 to 8 months. For example, the price of paracetamol has increased almost more than doubled in the last 8 months. So, and even after giving more prices, the availability of the raw material is a big question and a major issue that Indian pharmaceutical industry and the manufacturers are facing right now. The imports are not moving freely. We are not able to import the product like before very easily, and the availability is not only in paracetamol but in various other APIs and the raw materials, even the intermediates of the APIs, most of whom were imported from China or various other countries are not been imported. And so the manufacturers of the raw material are not able to procure the intermediates and thereby not able to give the manufacturers the raw material in the desired time. Also, laborers is a major issue due to which the supply has been hampered. The laborers, there are most of them, the manpower, they were migrant from other states. So they have to visit to their native place. They have to go back to their native place due to this lockdown and the pandemic. So most of the laborers, the companies, they have to procure the labor on a temporary basis at a much higher rate. And so their manufacturing capabilities are not being utilized properly and effectively. Also, the logistic of the material is major issue. The transit time before whatever material were being transported, if it took 3 days to reach the destination, now it is taking 7 to 8 days. So almost the time has doubled for the transit of the material due to lockdown. So it is not very easy for any material to move from one place to another. Maybe raw material or the finished product or even the packing material, they are not being transported in the transit period. It is taking a lot of time for the manufacturers to process all these things. However, the overall demand, this is what we are talking about, the supply of the product, but the demand is increasing. The demand at a global level as well as the domestic level, the demand of the pharmaceutical products are increasing day by day. And to match this demand, it is going to be challenging for the manufacturers of the industry. So the industry has to be proactive now. They have to find ways to overcome these challenges, and maybe with the help of the health ministry and various other associations and the government, they should find ways in order to match the demand and protect the Indian as well as global pharmaceutical industry and its growth. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vishal. I am overwhelmed with your presence, Mr. Vishal. Thank you for enlightening us on this post effect of COVID-19, and it will help our viewers a lot because your knowledge is very big, and it has enriched us. Mr. Vishal, Vikram, over to Vikram.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Vishal, for sharing your wonderful knowledge on pharmaceutical logistics and the effect of marketing and promotional activities in the pharmaceutical industries and the impact of demand and supply chain. I